Up for sale, 1967 Pontiac GTO Convertible. I'm going to walk around it, tell you about the car, fire it up, and then drive it. If you do enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you. Like I said, 67 GTO Convertible, 242 VIN, finished in factory colors, 400 factory 4-speed car, power steering, power brakes with front disc, power top, original body panels, PHS documents, and as always, I'm going to go around it, point out anything I do see, tell everything I do know about it, fire it up, drive it, and get in for the driving. So of course, we'll start her in the front as always. Definitely a type of project. I'm not going to say it's a project that needs everything. I would say it needs paint, obviously. The interior, it had been sitting since '83 up until 2 years ago. So it was a barn find, went through new brakes, gas tank, running, driving, all that kind of stuff. We'll check that out a little later on. They put a psychedelic interior in it back, I would say, in the late 70s, 80s. And I do have to say, excellent condition, like door panels, whatnot. But of course, while my dad and I do like it, I'm sure a lot of people would want stock interior in it. So again, something like that. But it's not going to be too long of a video because it kind of is what it is. It does run and drive down the road. All that, we'll show you how well it does. Going to quickly go around the body, stuff like that, go through the documents. But anyway, here. Again, kind of how you would expect. I would say the chrome's actually nicer than I would expect for the car. Some of those little light specks on here, but overall, a decent bumper. No pitting, no dents, no dings. A hood lines up really well actually in the front, and you can make out like some of those little chips and nicks, stuff like that. You can see here a little, discoloration on the paint. We never tried the buff it because I figured it would be painted anyway. Like I said, the brakes are brand new, done within the last couple of years. See 85 in Virginia. The floors are spotless, and I took some good pictures of it. Keystones, no cracks in any of the glass. So again, gonna jump around a little bit. The top is in great shape. It would need a newer back window. It's got the bendable glass, so of course that needs to be repaired. But again, no rips other than that. Well, let me go ahead and pop the hood here, and we'll just start breaking it down quickly. It's a non-matching 400. However, it's a 67 HO motor. The let me read this. WS. So 67 WS motor, which I would say, aside from numbers matching, is the best replacement motor you can get. They painted it red at some point, I guess, back in the late 70s, 80s. Red was the thing to do. You can see the new brake booster master cylinder over there. Power steering. Trim tag is in place. I did take a picture that will be on the ad. Of course, fenders are original, quarters are original. And very minimal rust on the body, and I will show you that only in like a few spots. Again, they must have painted the hood red way back in the day. But let me go ahead. I want to let you guys hear it run. It is a factory console car, a factory tack car, factory power top car, which actually works, and a lot of things do work on the car. We went through and actually got a lot of lights going, a lot of gauges going, all that kind of stuff. So here, take it out of neutral. See? Fired right up. I didn't have to give it any pumps. You can see the tack work. And again, it is rather smooth running. I could hear a little exhaust leak here from the exhaust manifold on this side. Very, very quiet. It looks like they did something with the alternator, maybe rebuilt it. You can see the markings on there. A little rumble to it again. Not bad. The exhaust, of course, is not stainless steel, so it's older. Even like the under dash light, you can see the reflection we got working. Those lights we got working. We'll go over the PHS docs just in a little bit. The batteries from this year. But again, I'm not going to waste too much time. Anything really, you know, needs to be pointed out, I will. Again, it's missing this little emblem there, but again, if you're going to paint it, you want new emblems anyway. The lower body molding is actually pretty good. You see some little nicks and whatnot here on the body. But again, all the panels line up nice, being original. Here's about the worst on the driver's side. Because again, when you get over here, couple bubbles. But this going back is really nice. Again, like I said, no cracks in the glass. And again, you still get that real solid opening and closing of the doors. An old oil change sticker. You see a little bit of rust right in here, but the hem itself is mint. Weather stripping's decent. And again, you got this psychedelic door panel here. And again, excellent condition. I mean, really, this whole thing, the material's nice. The armrest is nice. Seat, the carpet's of course older, you know. Seats are great. Let me show you the back seat. I mean, the back seat's awesome. It's really interesting to see how well done it is, but then well maintained since 84. What is that? 42 years. So of course done before that. Original steering wheel, you know, a little crack in it. This is actually a nice example. Your VIN tag is in place, 242. Clean title. All the wood grain, great condition. The mileage is supposed to be original mileage. It's still on the title from 83. I keep forgetting the year. No cracks in the dash pad other than this little circle right there. You know, some chips on the glove box door. Pillars are nice. You got the visors. You know, nice and clean in here. Give me 1 second, I gotta respond to a text and then we'll continue. Okay, sorry about that. Continuing on. I kind of showed you this quarter already. This, I mean, like, again, you're gonna end up painting it, like I said. A couple little blemishes, but the trunk, you know, looks nice here, lines up well. And one thing I do want to point out is there's like zero bubbling anywhere under this trim, which is hard to believe. So it makes me feel like wherever it was stored for 40 something years, it was inside, because any kind of outside would be bubbling, any kind of moisture would be bubbling under that, even around some of the wheel wells, the trim, stuff like that. Back bumper, about the same as the front. See some little marks on it. Again, I feel like if you're gonna paint the car, you're gonna get new chrome and trim for it. It's my thoughts. They did put a trunk pan in it. That's the only floor pan, well, technically it's a trunk pan, but the only undercarriage piece, floor-wise, trunk-wise, that was replaced. And it's not correct metal, it's just a smooth sheet. So it's this. But as the trunk is, there's no rust. How do I want to describe it? Down here is mint on that side. On this side, they just went over the rust. I did take a picture of that in case anybody wanted to see it. So I feel like, you know, doing that long term, you'd want to repair that with new, nice looking, you know, factory metal. Older weather stripping again, but solid. There's your stamping here for the original quarter. Stamping here for the original quarter. Again here, you know, a couple little bubbles here, but again going back, really nice. And then here is about the worst side on this one. You can see a little more rust in this section here, but again going forward, nothing. So this must be a pretty common area. Like I said, definitely minimal. Door lines up great. Door lines up great to the lower rocker panel, as well as to the fender there. You see like a little dent here, 2 little dents. No cracks in the glass. Nice in here, just a little bit down there, but I'd rather see that than the other side. Door panel's great as well. But here's your PHS docks, because I did forget about it. I got the reproduction window sticker. Rally gauge cluster intact. It was a custom wheel this car, console car. Safety track, rear axle. It was a 4-speed car. Quick steering, which is interesting. And here's this. Zone 40 dealer 209. 4-speed WT, that's what it was from the factory. Again, now it's the 400HO. Four-speed wide ratio. 355 rear from the factory. It does have the original rear, and as far as I can tell, it has the original 4-speed in it by looking at the numbers, just like that 67 AC car I just posted. But anyway, thank you for watching. You can see the new disc brakes in here. We're going to fire it up now and then drive it.
As soon as I bring it down, I'll bring it right back up. Right?
Yeah.
Or leave it down for now.
No, put it back up.
Ready?
Yeah. I'm impressed how fast it moves.
The windows shouldn't be up like that.
It's okay.
That's how they break.
They're down enough. like their mini thing.
Electric?
No. It's like a super light duty truck.
It has 16 cylinders, is that what you were saying?
It looks like it. What would they even go in?
I thought trucks were all 6 cylinder. It could be like for some big giant.
I think that is, because that's a massive block.
Yeah, a lot of trucks. Look at that.
Yeah.
How many trucks are there? We should ask him what's for.
Yeah. What's it for? The motor.
I don't know.
You don't know. It's huge. Thank you. I shouldn't have expected him to speak English. Yeah, that's 16 cylinders, whatever that's for.
Chop them up.
He said the tires. I looked at it.